There can be a danger when we're launching something like a year of mission that the bishop wants us to do something, the senior leadership wants us to do something, and the committee that are meant to think about it want you all to do something. And we're all having great conversations over here, but at grassroots level it gets a little bit lost and people don't know exactly what they're meant to be doing, and it gets lost in the busyness of all that you are already doing in your church life. So our desire is that every single LMA, every single person who's involved in their church life will know about the year of mission and will feel that that year of mission is something that they can get behind and that their LMA is really involved in it. We don't want it to be something that's running adjacent to, we want it to be something right at the heart of what you are doing. And as Mona said, we've already started to talk about it, so you will know something about it. So we've had a new logo, you've all seen that, with a new strapline. We want every single LMA, every single church to grow in their faith in Jesus, to grow in their confidence and joy in the gospel, and to eventually grow in numbers attending the service. Now what we would like is that this PowerPoint that's been put together for you, that you can use it as a way to open up a discussion with your LMA. The idea would be that you would set up maybe a little mission strategy group. You don't have to call it that, you can call it whatever you like, and that you use this PowerPoint to help people to see the background and the direction of travel. So it's all about renewal and growth, and we've got this special little way of remembering it, which is around helping us to know about Code F, which is celebration, outreach, discipleship, evangelism and fellowship. Maybe you've already heard us talking about that, but those are the 5 streams of thinking about the year of mission. Now you might say we're doing a little bit of that already in our church life, but this year of mission provides us with an opportunity to be more intentional, to really think through how can we bring those elements into our church life. And you might say, well, all of that seems a lot to do. You could decide to split it into 2 years with different focus. You might have the first year with a focus on celebration, discipleship and fellowship, and the second year's focus could be on outreach and evangelism. But what are you heading towards as a church? Well, what we're heading towards is 2 special things. The first thing we're heading towards is the big event. This is on the Whitsun weekend, on the Pentecost weekend, that on that special Saturday, we're going to have a big event, a big family diocesan church event, where there will be worship, there'll be fun activities, there'll be talks and different seminars, and the objective of that will be to inspire you to do mission in your church, but also for all of us to have a lot of fun together. So objective number 1 for 2026 is for your LMA to get behind the notion that every single LMA is going to bring a coachload of people to that event. That's a massive goal for 2026. And for this event to work really well, we don't need a smattering of people to get behind that. We need the whole diocese to say, yep, we're going to fill a coach. Every LMA is going to fill a coach. And you might be wondering to yourself, at whom is this special fun day aimed? It's aimed at everyone in the church family, children, teenagers, adults, older people, absolutely everyone. There'll be different things going on to meet that whole mixed age agenda. So please put that date in your diary and make it a goal for your LMA that you are going to be there. The second thing is that every single church should be trying to aim to do a smaller event in 2026 that marks one of those 5 streams: celebration, outreach, discipleship, evangelism and fellowship. That you think about those streams and decide to do 2 small events in your LMA. Now, it could be that you take an event that's already quite good and you put some more energy into it to make it more missional. that is the broad idea of this year of mission, is to help us to be more missional in our thinking, more outward focused. So you might take an event that's already reasonable, but really think it through so that it has a much more intentionally missional feel. And it picks up those themes of celebration, outreach, discipleship, evangelism, and fellowship. Now just imagine for a moment, dream a dream with us. Imagine if at the Diocesan Conference in 2027, every single LMA had brought a coach load. Every single LMA had thought about 2 events that were more missional in focus for 2026. And when we gathered in 2027, what a sense of amazing celebration there would be if we'd all engaged with that. And I really pray that the Holy Spirit will really sow seeds today. I don't want you to be interested or inspired by me. I want you to think, yeah, our church, our LMA, our worshiping community can get behind something here and help us to turn a corner. Because ultimately what we're about is helping the whole culture of the diocese to be more missional and more outward focused. And that would be an incredible work of renewal and of the Holy Spirit if that happened. So I've just listed a couple of ideas of what these smaller events would look like. It's the kind of thing that you might already be doing, a bereavement group, a prayer group, a discipleship group, showing a film with an evangelistic feel, taking the LMA on pilgrimage. These are just ideas. Now, I don't want anyone here to feel overwhelmed or threatened by the year of mission. I want you to feel open and excited and glad about it. But if you are panicking and thinking to yourself, if you knew our LMA, you'd know why this is a nightmare. I want you to know that the team, the Open to God team, want to help. You can call Monis and you can say, I looked at the PowerPoint, I'm behind it, but my LMA is a bit of a nightmare. Can you send someone to help us? Because sometimes it's hard to be a prophet in your own town. And you could ask one of the team to come and help, come and talk about it. Because I honestly believe that if we can generate intentionality about mission, if we can generate openness about mission, that actually shoots will begin to grow. Little springs of water and life will begin to open up, and we will see a change happen in the diocese. But I do know that it's difficult. I know I spent all my ministry in normal parish ministry, and I know how hard it is when you hear of a project like this on top of all the things you're doing, that it can make your heart sink. But I want it to make your heart fly, that this can be a moment of change and renewal. So what should you do now? You need to seize hold of this. You need to figure out who's going to be the lead person in the LMA, to form that group, to get the discussions going, to get the prayer going, to think, how can you contextualize this in your place? The goal is that you make your LMA more outward focused, more missional, more ready to share the joy of the gospel, with that code F running through: celebration, outreach, discipleship, evangelism, and fellowship. Let that shine through. Now this requires prayer, it requires organisation, it requires vision, it requires commitment. And all of that can't be in one person. So maybe I'll stop talking now, and you might want to make a note on a piece of paper on your phone. Who is that little team? Who is that little team? And once you've got that team in your mind, call a meeting, use the PowerPoint, watch the video of the CMD day, and maybe call Monis and ask for one of us. It's a nice team of people, all different kinds of people, to come out and speak to your group and help to really get things going. And may God be our helper in that.